my lovelies. My name is Lucky K, and I just wanted to let you know that this episode of Hustle Cat, unfortunately, will not include webcam footage. And I know why that sucks, but the audio and the video format just got completely unskewed, destroyed. They were not able to be synced up and compatible again, which I, of course, did not notice until the second episode. So I apologize, it's just going to be audio in this one, but that should hopefully make you even more excited to see the other installments, and hopefully, even though it's just me and Casey's voices, it'll let you get into the story, see the art style, fall in love with it, and really look forward to the other features of this game, just like me and Casey are. So without taking up any more y'all's time, without further ado, I present to you Hustle Cats. Woo. Hello, my lovelies. My name is Lovely Lucky K, and welcome to Hustle Cat with my friend Caseadilla.
We already did this once.
I know, we did. So we already tried to record this episode once, and unfortunately both the game and audio file were corrupt, so we're having to do it a second time. We didn't actually make it very far into the game, but we already have a little bit of a heads up as to what's to come slightly, so that should hopefully make our voice acting even better because we know what is to come. But we're going to start with a new game. We are going to be them/they because it is both Casey and I together. And we are named Avery Gray. We don't get to pick anything that's in the light pink text, by the way. Our address is pending. We have a degree, which I always thought was adorable.
We have a degree in, or we just have a degree in, and she's like saying, yeah.
I think we have a degree in, I have a degree, you have a degree, yeah, I think that's the kind of answer she's going for, or they, because we're using the pronoun they. They have skills in rest management, nutrition consumption, meme curation, and can type at 12 words per minute, which is not very fast at all. Just so y'all know. And there is a good amount of female and male characters in this game. So, Casey is, of course, going to take all of the male characters and cats, while I will take on all of the female characters. And narration. I think I fell on the couch again. Fell asleep on the couch again. Little lasers of sunlight are zapping right onto my face from the middle of the curtains. I think they've been specifically aimed to burn out my eyes. Oh, we look like such a zombie mess. What is it, like noon? Jeez. Not my fault. This couch pulls you in like you're drowning in bread dough. My spine pops in loud protest as I swim free from my bread dough cushion trap. I'm gonna have to apologize to Aunt Wendy. I'm probably leaving a dent in the shape of my ass in the cushions. Probably have to apologize for a couple things, actually. If this is what they consider messy, I mentioned this before to Casey, this really isn't that messy of a place. I mean, there's some socks on the ottoman by the couch, but other than that and some snacks on the ground, I really don't see a problem. Okay, I know this looks bad, but it's almost not even my fault. I can't help that clutter is naturally drawn into my gravitational pull. Honestly, it makes me feel a little more comfortable, you know? Like, I really live here instead of just like I'm couch surfing at my aunt's. Or like I'm living in a furniture catalog. Not that I'm ungrateful. Aunt Wendy is awesome to let me use her apartment while she's away. She helped to talk my mom and dad into letting me come all the way out to the city, too. She's pretty cool. I hear rustling behind me, like fingernails on cardboard. It makes me pause for a second, but I jump as I realize what it is. Hey! Mochi! Knock it off! Mochi, the living trash bag, disguised as a cat, stares up indignantly from inside the pizza box. He's trying to scrape some dried-up cheese off the bottom again. His little mushed-up face is probably trying to stare me down, but it's kind of hard to tell where he's looking at with those crossed eyes. Mochi.
Meow.
Perfect, Casey, perfect. I clap my hands a few times to break the stalemate. Get off of here, Mochi! He jumps at the sound, then waddles back to the bedroom in defeat. I guess since I'm up too, I might as well get to whatever I'm gonna do today. I shuffle to the curtains and throw them open. My laptop is still sitting open on the coffee table. Oh yeah, job searching, I guess. That's what I was gonna do. I plop back down onto the couch, already sinking back into the cushions, and take a look. Jeez, there's so many tabs open here. Which one did I leave Greg's list open in again? Not that one. This one? Or this one? Maybe this one? Nah, that's just another cat video. I was up all night watching Jelly Donut, the cat who balances donuts on her head. I have no idea how they can get a cat to do something like that. Guess that's why Mochi and I aren't internet famous. I find the tab and start... What's up?
It says what it is on the tab.
It does. At the top of
It would
any
say Greg's List on the tab.
at the top of any internet browser, it says Greg's List.
Plot holes.
Unless this person is so lazy, they refuse to scan the tabs and they're just going through tab by tab and not looking ahead.
They have like Windows 95.
Not Windows 95, even if they have a current internet browser, if they're just looking at all of the tabs they have open, instead of looking at them as a whole, they're laser focused in on the very leftmost tab, and then they move to the second leftmost tab, and then the third one, etc., without looking ahead.
Anyway.
I mean, it could be what's happened, but that's still a really kind of dumb thing. I didn't even think about that, but you bring up a very good plot hole. Lazy person, Avery! Lazy! I find the tab and start scrolling through listings again. It's not like anything new has gone up since yesterday, I bet. Sidewalk cleaner, intern, college credit only. Sounds like a terrible job. Internet comments section proofreader. Fundraiser street team intern, unpaid. Yeah, it's been like this all month. Can you really blame me for giving up and watching cat videos? Yes, I can! I know this kind of thing is supposed to take time, but try telling that to mom, dad, or my savings. Any of those could send me back home at any time. And I really have to get this done before Aunt Wendy gets back. Where is Aunt Wendy? Just thinking about writing another cover letter is making my will to exist erode away. I'm gonna go for a walk. And are your pajamas? Are we still in our pajamas? When I got here, I expected to be buried in noise from the city's traffic and crowds, but it's actually pretty quiet. The apartment is on a side street, far from the main street bustle. From here, the noises of the city are just a distant hum. It's comforting, like the buzz of an old tube TV. I'd have to walk like 20 minutes to get to the train from here, but I rarely leave the neighborhood, so it doesn't really matter. Still living a small town life in a city, I guess? Whatever. I get plenty of adventure in this neighborhood. I can just sit out in any direction and find something new, even if I've been down that way before. Sure, I get lost a lot too, but that's half the fun, right? I turn a corner at the end of the block and head up a tiny side street I haven't tried yet. Neatly arranged trash cans line the side of the road. I think I'm behind some stores right now. I'm expecting a dead end, but the road suddenly curves to the right. It looks like it's too narrow for cars, but the faded white lines marking the middle seem to claim some brave drivers could try their luck. I decide to follow the sharp bend in the road. After I pass a tall partition, I'm surprised by what I see. Is it a beautiful magical cat cafe? It is! A squat 3-story building painted so ostentatiously bright it'd be impossible to miss sits in front of me. A cat's paw. Is this a pet store or something? Maybe I can get a dumb toy for a dumb mochi. As I walk closer to the front doors of the building, I don't see the aisles of pet food I expected from the broad store windows. Instead, it looks like there are couches and tables in neatly arranged rows. Oh, so this is one of those pretentious restaurants with a pithy nonsense name, huh? I can feel my interest deflate and sink into my stomach. Just as I'm about to turn and continue walking, I notice the sign in the window that declares, "Now hiring. Inquire within." I'm hardly dressed for a job inquiry, but I might as well give it a shot, right? I look to my right as I walk up to the door and see a little orange and white cat lying belly up, sunning itself against the window. It doesn't seem terribly sanitary to have a cat in a restaurant, but whatever. I like cats. Oh, I like that bell sound. Bells tinkle delicately as I tug on the handle. The heavy door cracks open. Grrr. That was that was my door sound.
I have no audio, by the way.
Yeah. I will have to do the
video.
sound effects for you and replicate their amazingness. Ding! That's kind of the bell sound.
Mm-hmm.
This place is so classy it feels fake. It looks like a game board exploded in here. Isn't that what the palace was like in Wonderland? Like with the cards and stuff? Is a purple cat gonna start talking to me? Maybe. You'll just have to find out. Though none of them are purple. Purple. Boy, there are a lot of cats. I think I can count at least 8 right off the bat. They're all over the place, romping around the floor, sleeping on some of the built-in structures in the wall. I count. I see the tail of one on the very, very far left, an orange tail. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I count 10 cats. How many do you count, Casey?
I mean, counting the coat hanger right there, like left side.
Left side, yeah, to the left of the coat hanger, so that angry black-looking cat on the white couch. He's staring.
No, I meant the coat hanger itself.
Oh no, you're not counting the coat hanger.
If you count the coat hanger, because it's technically a cat. If you count everything as a cat in this room, it's might as well just say 1.
Well,
It's
yeah.
just the whole room is fucking cats.
The whole room is a cat. That's true. We're not talking about cat memorabilia, or we're gonna be here all day. I was asking you about
Didn't
your
they say
cat count.
booth? There's no booth here.
On the very, very far right, there it's like a half booth because you can sit and be by the round table on the couch, but then you have little stools on the other side that you sit on. But it's really not a booth because you're not trapped inside.
A booth and a round table would make sense.
No, it doesn't really make sense. It's more like a just sit down spot. It's odd for sure.
Anyway.
I like that you are noticing these plot holes. You are the realist.
Moving.
I've barely had time to take it all in when I hear a voice call out to me.
Welcome. Please sit wherever you like.
I shuffle in place for a moment, at first unsure of where the voice came from, then of whether I want to sit or if I want to keep this strictly business. Actually, I start as the source of the voice looms into view. He appears suddenly from the second-story landing and covers the length of the floor in a few long strides.
You look confused. Is this your first time here? Would you like me to explain a bit about how the cafe works? I'll be happy to give you a tour.
His eyes are gentle. He's one of those people who smiles with his entire body. It's positively infectious. Ooh. Yes, that sounds great. Actually, I'm here about the job. No. We're gonna be polite. This is a handsome, tall, dark drink of water, so we're gonna go with him. Yeah, that sounds great.
Oh, that's great.
He bounds closer and towers over me in both stature and exuberance. It's a little strange that someone like this is working here because he's more like a big sheepdog puppy than what I'd consider as a cat person.
My name is Landry. Just interrupt if you have any questions.
You got it, Landry. I'm Avery.
Well, Avery, to start, all of our cats are rescued strays. The owner brings them in for care and socialization.
They seem really happy. Having strangers around doesn't seem to bother them at all.
We do everything we can to make them comfortable. Many of them are up for adoption. We have a good match rate for our fosters. Over there is a wall of photos of some of our cats that have found happy homes.
They all look the same. They're all black cats.
Or it's just a black and white photo.
That could be it too, but then why would you have black and white photos if you're trying to show off the colors and personality of the cat?
Maybe it's just to have the cat in the damn thing itself and not actually be focused on the
Or
cat
they just find a
color
lot of black cats.
Maybe. Oh, and proceeds from the cafe help pay for their care.
The cafe.
The cafe. The food is really good too. Our chef is amazing. I recommend the key lime pie, personally.
That all sounds really great. I bet you're really happy working here.
Well, it's a lot of work, but I like to think it's all worth it.
Actually, I saw you guys are hiring right now.
Oh.
His surprise freezes him for a split second. His broad smile immediately creeps back, but it's enough to pique my curiosity.
We are. Did my explanation sell you that quickly?
I would say, yeah. You seem like fun to work with, or I'm really good with cats. Do we want to flirt, or do we want to be not flirty? That's the question.
I mean, I'm the male in this, so I don't really
Do you want me to flirt with you, Casey? That's the question.
Please, no.
Okay. Obviously, you don't want me flirting with you, so I'm going to go with I'm really good
Walk
with cats.
in, walk out. Leave.
Oh, the face on Avery is freaking adorable. That's like a coy little hee-hee face. Well, I'm really good with cats. I've got a lot of practice with them since my cat's such a handful. I bet I could do a good job helping out.
Well, that's a good start, at least. There's more to this job than just playing with cats, though.
Of course, I just mean liking cats is definitely gonna help, right?
Huh. It's definitely a job requirement. Okay. I'll get the owner and you can talk to him a bit. Why don't you have a seat while I go see if he's available?
Landry leads me to a seat on the plush couch that spans the length of the wall. I oblige, careful not to look too casual. I'm here on business after all.
Do you like coffee? Would you like some?
That would be great, thank you. Light and extra sweet, please. He disappears through an open archway around the corner. A Siamese cat timidly peers at him as he goes, then at me with a wide-eyed, worried look. Ah! I give it an awkward smile and nod before I realize I'm treating a cat like a stranger in an elevator. Landry reappears a moment later, carefully balancing a black and white saucer, which in turn balances a stout white ceramic mug. The tiny creamer almost disappears in his large hands. He gingerly places them in front of me, careful not to spill anything from either.
I put a little bit of milk and sugar in there for you, but I brought some more if you don't like it.
Oh no, it looks perfect, thank you.
I'm glad to hear it. I think we drink our coffee the same way, then, because I made it the way I like it.
You have excellent taste. I take a careful
Stop
sip.
lying!
I take a careful sip of the coffee as I watch Landry take his long strides into the back of the cafe. He really covers a lot of ground. He's not even moving that quickly. Well, I'm lying because I'm trying to win your affections, obviously, Casey, as Landry in this situation. Everybody tells white lies on first dates / encounters to make themselves seem more likable to the person of interest.
I mean, like, that's my problem.
What, that you are honest and not that you don't lie?
I mean, not that I don't lie, I just don't, like, I'm not gonna agree with everything you say.
Right.
My whole personality is to disagree with everything, even if I know it's true.
You are the devil's advocate?
I guess, yeah.
Maybe tone it down on future dates then. Like, you can still be the DA, but, maybe just not on everything.
District attorney or the devil's advocate?
If you go to school, you can be the district attorney as well as the devil's advocate. That'd be something.
That would be terrible.
Probably. That sounds like a horrible job. It could use a little more milk, though. I guess I'm not good at being an adult yet. I don't like that it still tastes like coffee. I don't like coffee at all, so what are you complaining about? I'd get tea. I pour what should be a little splash of extra milk, but half the creamer's worth spills in. It almost overflows. I dive forward and gulp a mouthful from the side before I dare to lift the mug and drink like a civilized person.
Meow.
The cat's looking at me like it's offended by what I just did. What? Like a cat knows anything about coffee. Landry's gone long enough for me to nearly finish the mug, just long enough for me to wonder where everyone else is. The Siamese cat's still staring at me. I'm just gonna ignore it and focus on my drink. Finally, Landry emerges from the back of the cafe, but he's not alone.
This is Graves, the owner of the cafe. Graves, this is Avery.
He looks like a creepy goth guy. Oh.
I feel like I'm about to get stabbed.
Probably. He looks like he should own a bookstore that insists it sells tomes, not books. Or maybe like he's about to try and sell you a crystal that'll balance your chakras. Or maybe this is what the owners of cat cafes look like? I've never seen— Ah! His eyes! They're two different colors! I can't focus on both of them at the same time. Which one am I supposed to look at? My attention is swallowed by his icy blue eye. Is he wearing a contact to complete his dark Renaissance look?
I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this.
No, you gotta do a different voice. That's the voice you have for Landry.
I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this.
Ooh, I like it. It's a little deeper. Eh?
Really hard. He had the eye of a vulture. A pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold. And so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever.
Excuse me? I'm assuming that isn't just gonna be completely out of nowhere.
Telltale heart. You were looking at my eye.
Yep.
Well, I mean, kids. Don't you read that in high school?
Well, I mean, yeah, but everyone's gonna look at your eyes when you have two completely different colored eyes like that. Does that mean that he recites this every time somebody meets him for the first time?
I don't know, it sounds a little bit pretentious. It's like, hey, I read old-timey books, I'm better than you.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of the vibe he's giving off. Well, yeah, but...
Idris heterochromia. It's more common in cats than humans.
He's got this look like he knows he just told a great joke, but there's no punchline anywhere I can see. What a weirdo. I'm not sure I want to work for a guy like this. Then again, he hired someone as nice as Landry, so he's gonna at least have some good taste hidden in there. Would I need to know that to get a job here?
I just gave away the answer, so I'll let that one slide. Follow me. We'll talk on the second floor.
Before he finishes
Why
the
does he
sentence...
seem
Oh,
He
go
seems
ahead.
like he would run like someone from Naruto
Oh, he
with his arm
would.
behind his back.
Just really not aerodynamically effective, and
Yeah.
more so for style than anything else. He's already 3 steps up the stairs to the balcony. He seems like he would do a lot of things stereotypically, just to fit his personality. I shake my head a little and follow him. After all, I really need a job. This is such a cute cafe. Ah, all the sweets! I want everything. I want to try
Why is that on
everything.
the second floor though? Like, why shouldn't that be your entry, like, view?
It should, because then you have people come in, they see the delicious pastries, and they think, oh, I need to at least buy a cupcake and eat that, rather than coming in, seeing all the cats, and being like, oh. Yeah, I agree.
mean, it's a cat. It's not like you're walking in with a freaking Komodo dragon on the ground.
Yeah, but still, walking in and you don't see any food, you don't see any drinks, all you see are cats. It's like, I don't want to eat here. There's cats. There's dandruff and stuff that could get into my food. I mean, while adorable, you really want to display the food part of it, otherwise no one's going to come in. We make our way up to the second floor balcony, which, except for us, is only occupied by those amazing looking cakes in the display case. I wonder if I can get a slice on my way out. Graves leans down over the balcony to the cafe and raises his voice to the people below. Or to the cats, I guess, since cats are the only thing I can see from here.
Hayes, will you get us some coffee?
Is that the chef? I haven't seen anybody here besides him and Landry. Oh, I already had a cup.
Is that going to stop you from another? You can't have enough coffee, especially when Hayes is the one making it.
I don't think I met Hayes.
You may have. You might not know yet.
That's
That
awfully...
was a hint.
Right, yeah, it's definitely a big hint. Graves folds himself into the slender chair at a corner table. He pushes the opposite chair away with his foot, nudging it just enough to turn it towards me.
Graves is Slenderman.
Apparently.
Come on, sit down. Let's talk.
Although he does look very, very suave and a little enchanting in this photo. His cheekbones are on another level.
Bet he smells like Old Spice.
Probably.
You don't have to be so stiff. Interviews are boring. Make it interesting for both of us.
No pressure, huh? Graves sits with his sort of grim pomp, like he's sitting in a skull throne and a raven's going to land on his shoulder at any time. Maybe it's more like he's about to roll a die with a lot of sides. I bet he's a nerd. I take a seat across from him.
Just so you're aware, we aren't starting without coffee.
Okay.
You can talk, of course. I meant the interview.
Okay. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a tiny slip of a blonde man standing at the balcony entrance. Ah! I jump a little. When did he get here? I didn't hear anybody come up the stairs at all. Is this guy a ghost? Graves looks like the type to hire ghosts. He looks terrified by my shout. I think I scared him more than he scared me. Gingerly, he sets 2 mugs in front of Graves.
Thank you, Hayes. But you should give Avery the other mug.
He sounds like he's reminding a child to say thank you.
Of course.
Hayes glances up at me. Our eyes meet for a millisecond because he suddenly finds something very important to focus on downstairs. He pushes the cup towards me without looking back up. Thank you. Graves' ring clacks against the porcelain of the cup as he takes a drink.
Perfect, as always. I don't know what I'd do without your coffee. It's nothing special, really.
Aw, that's such a cute voice. I think that fits him really well. He talks like it's the first time he's spoken today, quiet and a little hoarse.
If that's all, I'll go back to the cats.
Aw.
That's fine.
He slips back down the stairs just as quietly as he arrived. Every time you talk in that voice, I just go, aw, because it's so damn cute. That's perfect for him. That kid would make a great ninja. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you have to change your tone. That's why it's good to have water or something nearby to parch you. I look down at the coffee and see a sleepy cat face staring at me up from the foam. Aww. I look down at the coffee and see a sleepy... Oh, I already just said that. I've only ever seen latte art on the internet before. Did Hayes really do this? I take a sip. It's not bad if you like coffee, I guess, but it could really use some sugar. There are packets on the table, but I can't bring myself to ruin the foam cat.
Now we can get this going. Let's interview. No one talks like...
Well,
I'll even start you off easy. What's your favorite breed of cat?
Do you have a favorite
I
breed?
don't really know breeds of cats.
Yeah.
Scottish Fold, I guess.
Scottish Fold.
We are Siamese, if you please.
Ding! Yeah, exactly. Those cats with stumpy little tails. Cats that look like they're wearing tuxedos. This would be
There's
a terrible
something called
option.
a shit, what is it called? It's called Munchkin cat. It has like really short legs.
Aw, that
Think of a
sounds
corgi
adorable.
but cat.
Oh my god, I need to have that in my life. That
But
sounds adorable.
never mind.
What's wrong? What's wrong with it?
I know someone watching this was thinking someone bred a corgi with a cat.
Hey, it could happen. It doesn't mean that they're going to produce viable babies, but yeah, I
Dude,
mean...
that offspring is going to be completely useless.
No, they probably won't even be able to have offspring because they're two different of species.
Yeah,
And
it wouldn't even. It would be very ugly.
it would. If it did come out as an actual baby, it would not look very good, I probably bet. Maine Coons I really like, though, because they're big, super fluffy, enormous cats. It's like a giant beanbag in your arms.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like those. Do you want to do Siamese or Maine Coon?
I really don't care. You're the one leading this ship. You're the captain here.
That's true. Maine Coon!
Do you know any other languages? How about ciphers?
No. Ie hanashimasen. I speak the language of dance. Oh my god. Well, this one is paradoxical because if you can read it and say it, then you can speak another language, which I think is humorous. And I do
That's
speak...
literally hieroglyphics to me.
I know. But to me, I'm going to school for a degree in Japanese. I can actually read it, so obviously you have to go with the funny paradoxical answer.
Fine. If this stuff starts coming out in Japanese, I am not reading it.
No,
What marine animal would you say best represents you?
Dolphin, shark, butterfly. This is not a marine animal. Orca, penguin, also not a marine animal. These two options are not marine animals.
Eats and lives most of the time in the water.
It's not a marine animal. It's an aquatic bird.
It's water.
It's waterfowl. That doesn't mean it's a marine animal. Anyway, we're gonna go with dolphin because that's the actual good choice.
What genre of music would you use to describe your work ethic?
Classically hardworking. Chiptunes. Punk. I'm not dead. Just resting. Children's sing-along. My work ethic? Well, children's sing-alongs are like, hey, we can get this done together. We're all in this together. Da-na-na. Like High School Musical kind of thing. And also, I can go down for some Disney jams any time of the year, especially Mulan. I'll Make a Man Out of You.
Musicals.
Oh, it's so good. You don't
Can't
like
stand
Disney
musicals.
songs?
I don't like most Disney movies. Crucify me.
Really? That's insane. What Disney movies?
Okay.
What Disney movies do
So-
you like?
I like Disney movies when they're not musicals. So basically 98% of them are musicals.
So you like Pinocchio because that doesn't really have music in it.
Sort of, yeah.
Sort
I like
of.
more Pixar than I do like
Right, because Pixar
Disney movies.
isn't a musical. So Bug's Life?
Exactly. Yeah, that was alright.
All right. What's your favorite kids movie?
Meet the Robinsons.
That is a good one. I did like the twist at the end of Meet the Robinsons, so...
Allow me to shed some light on the subject.
I have a big head and little arms. I'm just not too sure how well this plan was thought through.
I have a big head and small arms. I don't think this plan was thought through.
I freaking love that part. That's probably my favorite part of the movie. Alright, we're gonna go with children's sing-alongs because though Casey is dead inside, I love children's sing-alongs like Disney's.
On a scale from 1 to 10, rate me as an interviewer.
Well, that's
0, 'cause
pretentious.
you're weird AF.
That's just pretentious. 10 would be sucking his dick. 1 would be
7.5.
pretentious. 7.5 is, yeah, good middle ground.
Draculas or teenage wolves?
I'd rather be a vampire than a wolf. Well, actually, logistically, I think vampires are cooler than wolves. However, if I had to be one of them, it'd be easier to be a werewolf because you can just eat meat and stuff. If you become a vampire, then you have to suck other people's blood in order to survive. And
Okay, so you mean like book and or movie type Dracula or actual human type Dracula, as in Vlad the Impaler Dracula?
Like Vlad the Impaler Dracula.
No, you'd have to be so mentally fucked up.
Well, that's the real life.
That man
That's the
killed
real
armies.
life vampire. Is well, except he thought he could like drink other people's blood and gain their powers or whatever, because he was crazy. But as in a vampire in real life, not the Twilight versions of these two things.
We're gonna go to Forks, Washington, to be see-through.
Yeah, exactly. So the basics of vampire, you have to live in the night, otherwise the sunlight burns your skin. You can't eat garlic. You suck other people's blood in order to survive, that kind of thing. And I wouldn't want to have to do that to hurt other people in order for me to live, whereas if I'm a werewolf, I can be killed by silver bullets, which who has a silver bullet anyway? I have incredible strength, which, I mean, you do as a vampire as well, but I have incredible strength, and I can eat meat and stuff, so I don't have to change and turn my prey into humans. I can continue to eat and live like a normal person without intruding on, yes, thank you, on anybody else's life.
You'd be very hairy, though.
I would be, but I could change back. Werewolves don't stay werewolves their entire life. They go from human to werewolf only during a full moon. So I could plan ahead. I could be like, okay, I'm gonna be
There's a big gap in that nonsense of being a werewolf. You don't just retract hair. Come on now.
Well,
You're not
realistically,
you're
all
not
the
a cat.
hair,
You can't retract paws.
all the
you're not
hair
gonna do
would fall
retracting
out.
paws.
So like you would grow them and turn into the werewolf, and then when the full moon was done, all of your hair would fall out, all of your crazy fangs would fall out and be replaced by your human teeth again, all of your crazy nails would fall out and be replaced by your nails again. So it wouldn't go back in like you see in the movies, it would fall out, and it'd be a cycle like that every month.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So much work.
It is a lot of work, but it's better than killing people, so Teenage Wolves it is! Oh.
Just kidding with the last one.
Well, fuck you, that was the one we had
I'm
the
a vampire,
most...
so what am I even asking for?
Right? We just had...
Interesting.
Ugh.
Good. I like interesting people.
We just had the most...
You are a very interesting man.
direct discussion and really in-depth discussion on a question that didn't matter. Graves.
I mean, yeah.
He leans forward, appraising me with this terrible smirk on his face. He's like the cat who ate the canary. Maybe I don't want to be listening or interesting by his standards, but it feels kind of flattering nonetheless. How low is your self-esteem, Avery? Thank you?
I don't know. You start tomorrow.
Wow! Great, thank you!
Don't run off yet. I have paperwork for you.
Oh, yeah, of course. Graves pushes away from the table, coffee cup in hand. He nabs my saucer, even though I'm not quite finished, and slinks down the stairs. He returns as if he'd never left, trading the empty coffee cups for a small stack of papers and a pen. He places them in front of me. So, what will my job be?
We'll see.
Did he hire me with no position in mind? Is this how this guy usually works? I feel like I'm in a daze. Too much information and too much coffee. I take the papers and skim them, signing pretty much anywhere I see an X in a line. What's it all for, and why is there so much? Probably taxes and stuff, I don't know. Okay, if you have to do tax information and you're only signing your name, and you're not giving your address, your social security, your phone number, and everything else about your human being, then you are not filling out information for, for taxes or for the government at all, because you can't give taxes or have taxable income or paychecks or whatever that is legal if you're just signing your name a bunch of places. There has to be other information given.
Long story short, it's not a W-2.
No, it's not! I don't
Or a
know.
W-4, actually.
And who cares? I've got a job. I push the papers back towards Graves and he eagerly
The
swoops
IRS.
them off the table.
Perfect. We open at 11, but here at 8, or be here at 8. We'll have you help with the morning prep. I cannot read.
My displeasure must be pretty apparent because his mouth cracks into another smirk.
You can work a later shift after training. You won't have to deal with those cursed mornings for too long.
Okay, that's fine.
Now go. I have a lot of work to do before tomorrow. I'm just so swamped. You need
Apparently.
to get to work fixing that sleep schedule of yours.
Okay, okay. You don't fix a sleep schedule in a night by the by. That takes about at least 3 weeks for your circadian rhythm to adjust to a new sleep schedule. He seems lost in his...
Putting way too much effort into
Yeah, I
this.
know, right? Whatever. He seems lost in his own world, poring over the paperwork I just filled out. That's because you just signed away your soul. You did nothing for taxes. You just filled out lines without reading the document like a dumbass. Ugh.
Getting way too heated about this.
I don't know. Avery is stupid. I hope that this character has some redeeming qualities later on in this visual novel. I guess there's all sorts of tax stuff you have to deal with hiring people. Why would he do it so casually? Well, whatever. Not my problem. It is your problem! I head down the stairs. Landry's back. He looks uncomfortable waiting at the foot of the balcony, but perks up when he sees me.
So?
I'll see you tomorrow, coworker.
Oh! Congratulations. You can meet everybody else tomorrow morning. I'll make sure they're all ready for a meeting when you get in.
How many people will work here?
Well, there's me, Graves, of course. You met Hayes, Finley, Mason, Reese. That's it. It shouldn't take too long to get to know them.
Okay, great. I'll see you all tomorrow then.
Great. See you.
Ooh. Woohoo! I'm gonna live it up a little. I'm gonna paint this town red. I finally have a job! Oh, we get a date tonight, though.
What is that? I don't understand the point yet. Oh, the other people who paid the game.
Oh, I love this opening sequence already.
I don't know why I keep thinking of Karate Kid whenever I see that. Like,
I don't know, but this is just flippin' adorable. Look at the kitty with the book being all studious. Oh, that is not a happy cat.
I'm definitely the black cat.
Finley.
Just fucking let me out of here.
Right? Landry. Reese. Mason. Aw, hey. Little cutie.
Last time you ended it was actually a male.
I ended what?
You were doing Mason last time, and Mason's actually male.
No, Mason is a female.
I'm pretty sure it said he last time.
I am pretty sure it said Mason was a girl. I thought it was a guy, and then it said that it was a girl and tomboy. But I'm almost 100%.
But I swear Avery said he last time, when you were like taking out the garbage and crap.
Okay, now I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up on the Hustle Cat wiki.
Okay, it's not that important.
Oh, it's important. I'm going there right now while this beautiful introduction sequence. Oh, so you're that black cat at the top
How
window?
did that cat get up there?
I have no idea. Look at the pole rusting.
Light poles do not rust that fast, or at all.
It was a time lapse.
They don't rust.
I got lost and I didn't end up painting anything, but it was a nice walk. As I head home, I get this distant feeling of being followed. I didn't really know that was actually a thing that happens, but it's hard not to notice when you see some movement out of the corner of your eye. I turn around. A sleek black cat stands in the middle of the road. It sits down when we make eye contact and thumps its tail testily against the pavement. Look at its eyes! One is blue, one is amber. That is clearly Graves in cat form. It's got different colored eyes. I guess heterochromia really is pretty common in cats, huh? Should I, like, try to bring it to the cafe? They take care of strays there, after all. I mean, I should try. I crouch down as slowly as I can and reach my hand towards the cat, beckoning to it. It doesn't move. I make those little smoochy noises that seem to work on some cats. This one doesn't seem terribly impressed. It pins its ears back and looks away, still for a moment before standing up and slinking into an alley. I guess I should just leave this to the professionals. Well, I mean, that you didn't have to really be professional about it. It's time to celebrate! I'm gonna wreck this pizza I grabbed from Pizza Lloyd's on the way home. Before I do that, Hustle, Cat, Mason. I'm Googling it. Ha! She works as the head and only chef at A Cat's Paw.
Really?
Yeah.
I swear it said he.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now we
moving on.
know.
We'll see. It's coming up.
Okay, we'll see if there's a lapse in the script, because the official wiki says that she is indeed a female. I picked up a can of wet food for Mochi from the corner store, too. I figure we both deserve a celebration. Mochi! Get your fat lump over here! I have good news! No answer or indication he's even in the same room. You know, he never even asked how my date was. I know how to do this. I walk over to his food bowl and crack the lid of the wet food. In a flash, he's at my feet, tail shaking like a rotor behind him. Come here, you big moron. I give him a little scratch behind the ears before I dump half the can into his bowl, and his feeding frenzy begins! He acts like I never feed him. Whatever, I'm about to go do the same to this pizza. After a quick jaunt to free myself from the shackles of non-pajama clothing, I flop back down on the couch, dinner in hand, laptop in my face. Oh, it looks like there's a new Jelly Donut video. It's a video of her sleeping in a donut box. I love that dumb internet cat. She's always doing something ridiculous. I wonder how her owners get her to do those tricks. You mean sleep in a box? That's not really a trick. The flooring seems familiar. Where are these filmed? I spend the rest of the evening picking through the video archives. I can feel myself sinking into the bread dough couch cushions. You know, I bet if she said those tiles, or they said those tiles feel familiar. It's so early. What's his problem? I bet he just wants the other half of the wet food. This is why I don't get it for him that often. I excavate myself from the couch and do what I can to mitigate the bedhead situation I have going on. What time is it anyway? I grab my phone to check. 7:40? Oh, hell. I'm gonna be late for my first day of work. I take the world's fastest shower, but there's no time to dry my hair. I'll have to hope I run fast enough that the wind resistance will do the job for me. No time to sort through my duffel. I'm just gonna have to throw on whatever looks cleanest. It's not like Graves said anything about a dress code, so whatever. I like that their duffel just says sport bag.
I mean, it's not gonna have Nike on or something.
Well, no. Mochi trails me closely, howling more and more insistently along the way. It's like he doesn't care about my punctuality at all. No time to mix the wet food the way he likes it. I dump a scoop of kibble into the bowl on my way out the door. I haven't seen a cat so offended since the one that watched me mess up coffee. They can both deal with it. I can't believe I'm almost late to work on my first day at my first job, even! What a great first impression to leave. Thanks for hiring me, Avery the Flake. Okay, so this is their first job, meaning that they probably don't understand the whole tax thing, because I wouldn't understand it if I didn't know any better. So I'm gonna give them a little bit of slack from going off on them about taxes when they were just signing their name off on everything. But I still think they sold their soul to the devil, so they should have at least read it, no matter how long it is since you've had a job or if it's your first job or not. I start out in a full sprint to the cafe, but it's only about a 10-minute walk, so it looks like I might not be as bad as I thought. If I run, I can make it in less time. Alright, I'm going to save over this one, because this is our true save now, from the one that was broken before. And we are going to leave the episode here. Thank you guys so much for coming along on this adventure with us. If you liked it, make sure to drop a like down below, and also subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more of this furry adventure with us. And make sure you go check out Caseadilla's channel as well. I'll have a link to his channel and all of his content in my description.
That pun was really bad.
It was adorable, wasn't it? Oh.
I'm physically hurting right now.
Good. But I won't take up any more of y'all's time. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye, my lovelies.
3, 2, 1, jump!